Hey folks, good afternoon and welcome to Wednesday's Market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. It is full throttle week at 1 o'clock today. We're going to do our famed accelerated options live trade brief. If you've already registered for full throttle, you don't have to register again. You're automatically going to get a link about an hour before the brief here. If you haven't registered for all of our free sessions this week, all you need to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT, and that stands obviously for full throttle. We had a great session yesterday, a members only session on Monday, although I opened that up to potential new members because some of the folks that have been here since day one, 9 years at Top Gun Options, said, hey, Wiz, this is the best brief you've given. So I opened this up to the public. It's a must watch. Why? Because I talk about a hedge, a trade, and a trade in case this S&P 500 implodes, because we have come very far, very fast in this kind of V recovery, and we're running out of airspeed, in my opinion. This is a Fed rally. We'll get to Apple in a couple of seconds here. Standard Apple, and it's comical. But you have to register to attend, and you can get access to the replay. So one more time to register, go.topgunoptions.com/FT. Now, if you didn't see Monday's members only brief that I opened to the public or yesterday's primary live trade brief, here's where you need to go. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT replay. That stands for full throttle replay. This is where all the replays are going to be from our full throttle briefs this week. And also you're going to get access to our 7-step trade plan and also our OPCL, our options pocket checklist. That's $55. That's $45. That is free this week only. When you attend our full throttle stuff, or actually, I guess if you go right to this page without registering, you can get those for free. Kind of stupid, but there you go. There's a free $100 in bonuses just for going and watching the replays on this page. One more time, go.topgunoptions.com/FT replay. Okay, here we go. Does everybody know that Donald J. Trump is actually taking part in the negotiations this week in Washington with the mid to upper level Chinese folks? He absolutely is facing pressure to make a deal, folks. In many Democrats' minds, this dude isn't even going to make it to the end of 2019. They're going to impeach him, period. He is feeling a lot of pressure to make a deal, especially because this recent rebound in the market ain't because of him or good stuff. It's because of Jerome Powell and the Fed. We got a Fed meeting that ends today. All eyes are going to be what on Uncle Jerome says, but there are a lot of deep trade and intellectual property differences, folks. They ain't close together. And with this headline, Trump feels pressure to make a deal, it's going to be interesting. There's no enforcement mechanism, folks. What are we going to do if China doesn't live up to everything they sign? I feel like Donald Trump is going to have a Neville Chamberlain moment. Everybody remember that clip of Neville Chamberlain getting off an airplane? I have a signed document from Adolf Hitler. There will be peace in our time. Yay! And then everybody gets killed. I don't know, man. I'm going to be bullish when the trade deal is signed. When, remember, I didn't say if. Trump's going to get a deal done, and he's going to have to declare victory. We're going to see a rip-your-face-off rally, and then what? They're going to continue to steal everything that's not nailed down in the United States, and they're going to continue everything they've been doing. This is not about trade, folks. It is about China's strategic ambitions, taking back Taiwan, owning essentially half of the Pacific out to the Spratly and Paracel Islands. It ain't about trade, folks. So obviously 2019 has started off with a bang, but guess what, man? It's because of this dude. This dude ended it October 3rd, and he restarted it right around the Christmas massacre. Secretary Mnuchin, our Treasury Secretary, picking up the phone and calling banks from the beach in Mexico on vacation with his wife, Natasha. Yeah, it looked like Boris and Natasha. Remember that picture of them at the Treasury? I guess they had, just printed off dollar bills with his new signature as Treasury Secretary and then them holding them up. She's dressed like the devil wears Prada, whatever. But anyway, Jerome Powell caused this rally. So we're going to hear this guy talk again today. So he ain't coming out today with a rate increase or a rate cut. He's going to hold steady, but it's going to be his words. And he's talking too much. This guy said, hey, I want to talk a lot more in 2019, so I give the market clarity. The guy's really confused markets, and that ain't good. The Fed wants markets to have clarity. This guy's doing a horrible job, at least in his communication. I think he's doing a somewhat decent job as a Fed chief. So U.S. economy is slowing. The GDP grew at what? An annualized 2.6 in the fourth quarter. You ain't seen Trump on Twitter today pounding his chest saying how good the GDP was, right? And economists estimate will expand at a 1.8% clip this period. Man, that government shutdown cost $11 billion. About $3 billion of that's permanent damage. So we're going to see a horrific Q1 GDP print down the road. Pending home sales. What happened a couple weeks ago that I briefed you on? Existing home sales, the lowest level since the financial crisis. Today, we got pending home sales drop in December despite much lower interest rates. Folks, interest rates are higher than they were in the past, which is going to crimp housing. And we're seeing it in the numbers, man. Housing is a canary in the coal mine, and it's dropping dead. I briefed you yesterday, the co-president of J.P. Morgan saying, hey, man, get ready for more December routes throughout 2019. And Morgan Stanley says, get off this bull market rally. It's a bull trap, folks. We are walking, well, some of you are walking right into a bull market trap, and it's going to close right on you, and you're going to get smushed. What else do we have here? As I briefed yesterday, investors have the highest position in cash right now. You see that Q4 race to cash since when? Q4 of 2008. Anybody remember what happened in 2008? Yeah, it's called the financial crisis. So a lot of cash on the sidelines, folks. This is a FOMO rally, fear of missing out. So as I said, pending home sales crashed the most in 5 years. That ain't good, man. And volatility is unusually low. So yesterday, make sure you watch the replay from yesterday. I cover a new volatility bullish spread, meaning volatility is going to go up. I don't know what's going to cause it. Something's going to go wrong in the next week and a half to cause this market to either take a pause or see a spike in volatility. And it might be today. This is the quantitative tightening that the Fed is doing reaches its peak today with a negative 7.5 MIPS pump out of the market, pulling liquidity out of the market. Now, looking at Apple and Boeing, seeing green on the screen with the Dow, be very, very careful, guys. We are being lulled into a period here of ridiculousness. Now, Apple, I'm going to talk about more in detail at 1 o'clock today. Serial Apple move with earnings today. 3 weeks ago, Tim Cook gets on TV. Oh, my God, it's awful. We're not doing that good. His stock implodes. What's he do? He calls Jim Cramer, and they do a softball interview at Cupertino at Apple headquarters where he fixes all the damage. He lowered expectations so much that their earnings yesterday, remember, here's an Apple saying, if we can't hit the ball over the net, lower the net. They lowered the net so low that simply tripping over it yesterday, the stock was going to go up. Don't believe it, man. It ain't looking good for Apple, and I'll dig into that with today. Facebook continues to be simply a disgusting stock. Turns out there's a report today. First of all, Apple is is revoking a key license at Facebook, which ain't going to help their revenue. But they had this little Ponzi scheme going where they were charging children. You know what? I'm running late. I got to get ready for our 1 o'clock brief. So let's table this and join us for the live brief at 1 o'clock for free. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT. That's for full throttle, and let's pick that up then because I want to save some of this for the folks that actually attend the brief. And if you don't attend the brief, make sure you watch the replay. I'm going to be taking a look at some bullish spreads on CSX. Love our Brazil trades. We've been printing money with Brazil with the EWZ and also MGM. We have a nice bull put spread from last week that's up about $1,500 in 1 week. It's about a 60% profit on the credit we took in. So we got a lot of good-looking trades going on here at Top Gun Options. I have a bad-looking China trade. I was bearish on the FXI, and this thing's just going higher on hopium. So going to sit on my hands now as far as FXI because knowing Trump, he could come out of the blue and say, we got a deal, even though the deal sucks. We're going to see a rip-your-face-off rally with China. We might actually start to get long China, even though the underlying macroeconomic data aren't good. All right, enough stealing from my 1 o'clock brief. I'll see many of you at 1 o'clock, or I'll see you on the replay. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. We'll see you.